Okay, so check me out. Black people can't be racist towards white people. Like, I wanted to break this down. So, black people can't be racist towards white people. Racist means, bro, racist to hold beliefs, actions, or policies that discriminate against or oppress individuals based on their race or ethnic background. This is the definition of racist. To oppress, keyword oppress. Do not leave this word out. This is what it means to be racist. You have to oppress. To oppress means to govern, rule, or treat others with unjust cruelty and severity. Govern, rule. To govern, rule, you have to have power. We're gonna come back to this. But black black people can be racist towards Latinos, Asians can be racist towards blacks, Asians can be racist towards Latinos, and vice versa. This includes any other ethnic group or race that isn't the majority, right? White people can be racist towards everybody. None of them, everybody in this group cannot be racist towards white people. The reason why is because white people have power. White people are more valued within the system of capitalism. Y'all's opinions are more valued. So look, don't think of yourselves as all like business people that's like making the laws to oppress other people. Y'all don't do that. The average white person doesn't do that. But y'all's opinions and views, what is that? Y'all's opinions and views on everybody is more valued. Your pawns to spread your own to spread negative stereotypes about everybody here. If you believe if you discriminate, your discrimination is naturally racist. Racism is not discrimination, right? Racism, people think racism is discrimination. Racism is not. It's not discrimination. Discrimination can be separate from racist. Black people can be discriminatory towards white people. All right. Everybody here can be discriminatory towards white people. Because discrimination is separation. Everybody can be discriminatory towards white people. White people can be discriminatory towards everybody. But when white people are discriminatory towards everybody here, it serves the system. When everybody here is discriminatory towards white people, well, it doesn't really do much. It doesn't like change the laws or anything, to be honest, right? But both of them actually serve the system because they're both creating separation. The point is discrimination. The more that you feed into discrimination, the more that you feed into separation. Capitalism cannot exist without racism, ageism, or sexism, or whatever other ism, because all these create discrimination. Discrimination creates separation. Separation is easier to control people and blah, blah, blah. And that could all go into cap. Look. Sexism, racism, and ageism and other, this is all the same things because they all discriminate. Racism is sexism. Just replace white people with men and the marginalized groups with women, right? Look, men, right? Wow, hold on. That was supposed to be an arrow. What is that? Women. Men and women, right? White people are the men, marginalized groups are women. That's sexism. Ageism, young people. No, my fault. Young people. Fuck. Young. My fault. Old. I'm fucking sloppy with this shit. Right? Young, old, right? Marginalized groups are young people. This is within the system, right? This is shit all exists, right? Like, and there's more isms. I just can't think of them right now. But the point is, all this shit is the same. Just replace the fucking wording, dude, right? And then this all equals discrimination, and discrimination, separation. Separation is easier to fuel capitalism. Capitalism without all of this is just communism. A good version of capitalism is communism. There has been multiple accounts of in history of black people creating businesses, there's Black Wall Street, and all of them get shut down, right? All of them get shut down because if black people were to turn into a communist society, right? If we all decided, we could be a communist type of people and we could build businesses and help our own people, well, white people would be in trouble. because then we could, you know what I'm saying, history will start repeating itself. You know, if you know about the ancient Moors, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be an issue because white people wouldn't be in power no more. And this doesn't have, remember, look, casual white people are pawns. Rich system. They are the system, right? Casual white people, pawns. Rich white people, system, right? Pawns, system, right? Most people are pawns. Y'all just have opinions and ideas. You ain't doing shit. All you doing is spreading the word. And it makes it easier for these people to make the laws and say, oh, okay, then we can do this, this, and that because that's what the people want. And that's the only time that the people really matters, when y'all have negative opinions. This is why it's important for white people to learn their own history and why they should be just as mad as this group up here, because y'all are being pinned against everybody here. Everybody here has to either join y'all or fight y'all. Y'all are, you know what I'm saying? And y'all are the majority. Y'all the majority. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of white people should get more educated. So therefore you won't feel so, like, you know, about their own culture and who they are, because then you won't feel excluded from when all these people will start joining together and say, hey, you know, we don't have to be so, you know what I'm saying? You could be an educated white person and then help your racist buddy out. You know what I'm saying? That's what white people can do. If you know about the White Panthers, you know. You know what I'm saying? This is what Fred Hampton was talking about. Look, all this stuff is all this stuff connects. Remember, we can be discriminatory against y'all. We can still create separation, which would still capitalize. We still can help the whole system out by being racist towards each other and discriminatory against y'all. Y'all naturally help it just by being who y'all are. That sucks. Y'all's entire, a lot of white people's entire identity is based off of white culture within America. Why? You do not want us to be based off of white culture. That doesn't even exist. None of this shit exists. All this shit is a game. All this shit is a game. This shit is a game. This is all a game. Who made it? That's the enemy here. We all have the same common enemy. Capitalism. All this stuff. If this would be communism, a good version of capitalism is just communism. You know what I'm saying? Because humans have culture. You know, if we all respected each other's culture, we wouldn't have this. If people in within the culture respected the individuals within the culture, we wouldn't have this. You know what I'm saying? This wouldn't exist. A good version of this is just people respecting each other, human beings being with human beings. Capitalism is the direct antithesis, I don't know, antithesis to the natural way of like how humans are. You know what I'm saying? We socialize with each other. We don't need hierarchies. We don't need all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They put like sex, they put gender into a hierarchy, they put race into a hierarchy, and skin color and ethnic groups into a hierarchy. They put ages into a hierarchy. They put the fucking beauty standards into a hierarchy. They put everything is a hierarchy within capitalism. Capitalism cannot exist without a high class or a low class, right? Middle class is too smooth with middle class, so they're trying to cut the middle class. You know what I'm saying? So the middle class is cut, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just low, high. You know what I'm saying? Capitalism cannot survive without some sort of separation, right? Separation, in order to separate for humans to truly separate each other and not like each other based on those separations, we need to discriminate. You know what I'm saying? This is just tools easier to create discrimination and which create separation, which powers this. All this shit is the same. It's all feeds to the same thing. All these social issues are the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what this quote means. Black people can be racist towards white people. This is what this all means. This is how this whole shit started. Because it is one thing right here. You know what I'm saying? But we can be discriminatory against y'all. You know what I'm saying? Discrimination. That's the part. Is the discrimination. You know what I'm saying? Does it make sense? Like, you know, like if you just knew history, this would all make this whole thing would make sense if you just knew history. Like Black Wall Street, all the black neighborhoods, they got bombed because they decided to start businesses. You know what I'm saying? Because then if black people were in power, right? If black people were in power, which that's an interesting thing too. Gotta look more into that, because if you know about the Moors, but see, if black people were in power, you know what I'm saying? Then the flip would script. Then the script would flip. You know what I'm saying? Then it would be like minority black people majority, right? Like this would be like, you feel me? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants anybody else to be the majority anymore. Everybody just wants to be equal. But that can't exist. Like capitalism can't exist without non-equality, without separation. But a good version of capitalism is just like communism or socialism, whatever it is, right? Like, you know, damn, man. Shit.